Hello everyone, welcome back to Nigerian View and happy Easter to all Envy family. I hope everyone is doing well and fine. So guys, let's talk about the confraternity war that is currently going on in Delta State between Supreme Eiye confraternity and Supreme Vikings confraternity in Ughelli, Otovwodo to be precise. And this confraternity war has led to the bringing down of two young men. So in this video, I am going to tell you guys the people that were brought down, who they are, the group that brought them down, and most especially, I will be explaining to you what caused this confraternity war. In my opinion, I don't think this is even enough to cause a confraternity war, because it seemed like everyone that is involved in this confraternity war were friends and they just had a misunderstanding that could have been easily resolved. It is really surprising to me that this has led to the bringing down of two young men, because this should have been very easy to settle. So without wasting any of your time, let's dive into the video. So what caused this confraternity war between these two groups started about 11 days ago, according to what was explained. There is a young man in Ughelli that people say used to disturb Ughelli. People are saying that sometimes the young man rob people. Others are saying that the young man constitutes nuisance in the community. So about 11 days ago, a young man who is said to be a member of Eiye, and the young man is said to be some kind of security person, something like a civil defense, and the young man is a member of Eiye. He was with two other young men who are members of Vikings. So this is to tell you that these people are friends. So they went to meet the other young man that they said is constituting nuisance in the community. They took him to a deserted place, a quiet place, and they started beating the young man up. The three of them, a member of Eiye and two members of Vikings. And let's have it at the back of our mind, the young man did not do anything to them. The young man is not a member of any confraternity. But words on the street is that the young man is constituting nuisance in the community and sometimes rob people. So they took the young man to a corner and they beat the living daylight out of him. After they beat the young man, they collected his cell phone. So with the injuries and everything, the young man went to the police station to lay complaint about what has happened. So the police in Ughelli, Otovwodo, took the case very serious. They started looking for these three young men that beat up this very young man that went to report in the station. And most of these things happened in a street called Joy City, right there in Otovwodo. So the police had invited the Eiye member, who is also some kind of a security guy, and the Eiye member refused to go to the station. So after that, the police stormed Joy City, and when they got there, they saw one of the Vikings members that was among the people that beat up the young man, and they chased the Vikings member. So the Vikings members ran, leaving his JBL speaker and his phone behind. So the police took the phone and the JBL speaker. Later, the Vikings member turned himself in and went to the police station and told the police that he wants to explain everything that happened so they can give him his phone and his speaker back. Unfortunately, this Vikings member went there alone. He didn't go there with any of his members. He didn't go there with a lawyer. He just went to the station alone, and the police arrested him. So his members started looking for him for about 2 days, 3 days. They didn't find him, and they later noticed that the young man was arrested because of the other young guy that they've beaten up. So they went to the police station to bail him, and the police told them that they have to provide the cell phone of the young guy that they have beaten up, that if they provide that cell phone, then they can bail their friends. And when they asked the other Vikings member who is outside, that was among the people that beat up the young man, the Vikings member had told them that the phone is with the Eiye member, who is also some kind of security. And by this time, the Vikings member that has been arrested have spent almost 1 week in the police cell. So his members went to meet the Eiye security guy and told him that he should bring the phone of that young man that they have beaten up for no reason, that he should bring the young man's phone because their member have been in the police station for almost 1 week and they want to give the phone back to the police so they can release the young man. And the Eiye member told them that the phone is no longer in his possession, that he has sold the phone. So the Vikings members got angry and they started talking, and the Eiye member got angry too. So there was an altercation between the Vikings members and the Eiye member. After the altercation, everyone went their separate ways. So the Vikings members find a way. So it seems like they have donated money together and they went to the station. They were able to release their member, and the police also gave the cell phone and the JBL speaker back to their member. After they released their member, they all went home and they were gathering right there in Joy City. That is the name of the street that almost everything took place. So while they were gathering in the Joy City, the Eiye member, who is a security guy, approached them, and nobody really know what the Eiye member wanted to tell them. But being that the Eiye member is also a security guy, he was with his tool. And when he approached the Vikings members saw that he was with a tool. They didn't really like it because they were already angry with him. The last time they had an encounter, there was an altercation because the Eiye member have told them that he had sold the phone. So when they saw the Eiye member, immediately they saw him approaching. They rushed at the Eiye member, tried to hold him, and the Eiye member was able to fight his way out and he ran. And the Vikings members were very angry that the Eiye member had escaped because they were already angry with the Eiye member. So the very next day, this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen was brought down. Now this young man is by the name of Gift, but his friends call him Chameleon. Now this young man is said to be a member of Vikings, and he was brought down by Eiye members in the street called Ughelli, a street before Joy City. So when you get to Ughelli, the next street is Joy City. So that is where this young man was brought down. And according to what was explained, Eiye members have said that it was Gift that approached them with his tool, and when he pulled the trigger, the tool did not work. So that is when they all rushed at him and brought him down. However, Vikings members had said that that is not what happened. Vikings members said that it was what happened in Joy City the previous night with the Eiye member, who is a security guy. They said after the Eiye member had escaped from the Vikings member, he went to tell his other members what had happened to him, that the Vikings members were trying to catch him. So that is when the Eiye members went into the street the very next day and they started looking for members of Vikings. They said that Gift never approached the Vikings members with a tool, that they just saw Gift walking anyhow up and down, and they brought Gift down. So this is what is being said by both sides of the party. So after Gift was brought down, Vikings members got very angry and they also went into the street looking for members of Eiye, and that very evening they saw a member of Eiye walking anyhow up and down, and they brought the Eiye member down. So two people have went down for what could have been easily resolved. Now the current situation in Otovwodo is that most of these young men have traveled. Not just the young men, even the wives of the confraternity members that are married, most of the women have also traveled because they are saying that this is not going to be easy. Both men, women, children, most of them have traveled. So if you're a member of either of these two groups and you want to visit Ughelli, Otovwodo, I will advise you to cancel the trip at both mission. Wait until everything is cool. And I hope that these young men will be able to settle this to make peace, because peace is the only way forward. Peace is profitable and peace is priceless. Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.